single one of these champions, I think Hanwha is going to be very happy with. And the power of MF is one that always in theory I think sounds really bad, because you're a big lane bully, right? It can be hard to shut down. You have in theoretical situations.
Very far behind the play, and Kanavi will be able to escort that crab up towards the top side. Does he know? And Delight going to be flashing in. Cream going to be in some trouble here. Can he even find a way out? Looks like he's just going to hold the flash. First blood for Peanut. You get the crab, but we get the cream.
And oh,
369 going in. Zeus is just trying to take him down. Kanavi flashing forward. Zeus may have been off more than he can shoot. Zeus has got to be careful. They're going to go for it. Going forward, get the slow down. Knockup does connect. Zeus tries to backstab it, but Kanavi's here as well. And he's dead. He's just trying to take the wave with him before he goes. They'll donate the kill to 369. And he is up.
Get the slow, basically no ability to get out, as we do have the smites available here. Kanavi got that one.
Well, that is big. Kanavi's able to grab that one. Peanut still has his smite though, so he should be able to steal away one. Zeka moving over. You can see MF sitting mid lane. May want to get involved here as well. 369 going to go for the base, so it is just going to be given over here to Peanut. Zeus is back, and they don't want to ruin their attempt. Fully go for it. Peanut was spotted on the ward, so they know multiple members are around. Jackie Love has to flash out. Lets the bullet time rip. Chunks down Zeka, but in comes Crisp. Kanavi could look here. Zeus still has no flash. 369 could go hammer for him. Delight maybe just sacrificing his life here to make sure Zeus gets out. He's going to give over another one. It's another kill there as Jackie Love gets taken down mid. This one is scrappy. The action is just blasting off.
This duo threat that comes through from TES.
And we'll see if they can get a second, because if they can deny the 4. But Peanut's going to go in aggressively, and Kanavi is the target. Delight is here as well. The Ignite's down on him, and now Zeka has arrived. But Fate is sealed, and here's the bullet time over the top. But Delight tanky enough to survive. They're going back on Cream, and Cream gets pushed out. Very low on health, but now the teleport is here, and the equalizer will make the fight uneven. It's Zeus in the backline. It's HLE running over him, and Jackie Love has nowhere to go. He'll stand, he'll fight, he'll fall. It's Zeus going for more, flashing away from the hammer form smash, but it's a 5v1, and 369 is all alone. He's got nowhere to go. HLE just deciding who's gonna take it, and of course
and that is now a 3K gold lead. Yeah, Dragon will go over, but it's still, I think, TS. Look at that.
Yeah, this is gonna get...
And the spikes right now. Masher's done, almost 2 items.
Cream in trouble, gonna get swept back here. Peanut is there as well. He's gonna be able to go for the fade is sealed back to Crisp. He does survive, now going in. Peanut, nice interrupt on the engage there from Crisp as he gets knocked up by the Cyclone. Easily deflecting that engage with just the cost of his ulti, but Zeka pushing on top side. That tower's incredibly low. They're looking for Peanut, but the clone is gonna eat it. Jackie Love coming up, and now Delight is behind him. Peanut flashing over the wall. The bullet time not gonna be enough. Kanavi trying to finish him off. On the other side, Cream trying to heal back up. Jackie is dead already, and Zeka is behind 369. It's not your side of the map any longer. It's a double for Viper, and it just gets work for TES as they are set packing.
They get Peanut. The trickster dies, but at what cost? So much has to be given up. Jackie just gets taken down again. 369, unable to do the damage.
Cream,
and
Delight connects, and he's going to be going for the kill. Zeus is just cooking him alive. Cream couldn't get out. Delight, another masterclass on this Alistar. 0, 1, and 9. He has been everywhere this game. Crisp in the area. Cream just trying to play through sides again, but the gold lead extending even further.
Yeah, and we see Hanwha Life is gonna back off. They're getting the Herald on the other end of the map. Zeus started that one up. By the way, Zeus, who got shot down mercilessly. So much attention was paid towards the top side. He's completely fine.
Yeah, he absolutely is. And Zeka and Delight, the combo is perfect. Can they actually chase after him? Zeka took about as good as he gave, so wasn't confident to actually slide in there against Cream, who still had the ulti available, but again, nicely played. Crisp gonna get pushed down to that top side as Peanut just controlling vision, working quickly towards that second item. And we were talking about this while we were watching the previous series. Wukong gets to a quick 2 items. That is just so tough to deal with in a team fight. And now the equalizer gonna get dropped here from Zeus. Will he actually commit the flash forward to try to go for Cream? Cream was trying to walk around, but it is a bait. Then comes the TP though. Zeka, can he arrive in time? Solo bound going forward. They're gonna try to burst them down. They are gonna get Zeus, and it's a shutdown. But
already in the thick of it, they do have enough burst to take him down. Cream doesn't go.
Viper gonna be the one to drive it in. Is this gonna be going a bit too far? As TS are all here. We'll see if they can actually find an angle to force a fight. Doesn't look like it. They get the kill, and Crisp took the X-Gate. He's actually looking for a threat on this flank. Of course, Hanwha are aware of it, so they retreat back towards mid lane. 369 playing on the side, looking for Shot Blast as TES has eyes on the Dragon. Peanut knows where Crisp is, but is Crisp too far away? Peanut going to go forward, and the red team grabs it. TES do get
highlighted. Definitely a big threat there. As Peanut just says, thank you for the leash on that Krat.
They're just kind of battling, but now he's in trouble as Zeus is going to come in, let the equalizer go down. Cream may have to flash, and he does. Goes back over the wall. True Shot Barrage will not connect. Will Delight look for it. He's threatening. He's flashing. Viper goes in, but he can't actually connect, and the bullet time's coming over the top. Delight, the one in trouble now. Cream tries to go in, but he has to snap back to safety as Peanut is threatening to take him down. 369 pushing on the other side of the map. Again, they find the bullet time, but it's not. They are on the Otacon. We don't know exactly how low it is. TES trying to get in, but it's going to be difficult to go through this corridor, and it looks like the Otacon is just gone. They're going to be able to claim it, and now taking all the flowers here. Cream TPs now. This is so late. And he is going to have to just Q3 back over, so that is kind of the worst of both worlds. He didn't even push up and get anything bot side. They TP, but they TP way too late, and now they're going to try to look to force here onto Zeus. They're committing everything and throwing the kitchen sink. They are going to be able to take him down. JackieLove gets the kill. Delight potentially in trouble as well. We can see the TP does now arrive. 369 is here. Zeus going forward, and it's Peanut going in, knocking down Cream. Crush on a pass. This is fully spotted. They're just going to try to force the issue. The Hex Gates are going to help them to get out a lot faster. Kanavi has Smite, has Flash. Will they go in for it? Delight going to be over the wall here. Does take some chunk though, but it's going to be Zeka into the back line. It's the equalizer across them all. This fight does not look close. It's HLE running over TES. It's HLE looking for more. Viper now on an angle, flashed in though is 369. It's going to be Cream trying to make something happen. Can he knock him down? He can't. It's going to be Viper dominating the game. Zay is chasing for more. It's a clean ace. It is HLE dominating game number 1 and potentially looking to end the game.
How do they do this 3 games in a row? That's the 3rd one. At first the Baron gets started up and you're wondering, Hanwha Life, are you sure about that? And then Zeka goes in for the sweep, and somehow in a game where it felt like TES at the very least was able to maintain some level of parity, a clean ace, and Hanwha keep that game 1 win percentage nice and high.
HLE.
It's not. It's going to be Zeus just going back to his Aatrox. The only player that we've seen consistently look good on this pick, obviously, has had a good amount of variety in his builds as well. In this one, I expect.
Down on that bottom side, grabbing the scuttle. It's going to be spotted out, but they're going to be going in. It is going to be Crisp. That's the target. Will he try to flash out of safety? They're trying to block this dredge line, not allowing him to get through. He does flash. He does find it, but Peanut, nice sidestep from Crisp, but I just don't think it even matters. He can't get back to the tower. Peanut will claim first man for the red buff. Who's going to get it? Peanut looking, fishing, Delight gonna threaten. He goes in, but he gets knocked out of it. He's gonna be pushed back, but Zeka's in the back line on Jackie. Jackie has no flash, and he's down to Zeka already. On the other side, though, it's Cream taking down the other AD carry. Kanavi flashing out from Peanut. Zeka looking, doesn't find him with the R2. He gets locked up by Chris. Is he gonna get knocked down by Cream? He is. Cream looking for more, trying to take down Peanut. Can he block the Vault Breaker? He still up on that top side. Delight has an angle. Viper sectioned off from the squad, though. This could be a little bit difficult here from HLE, and Chris is going to go in at the same time. They find the arrow onto JackieLove. He's locked down. He's going to get burst down. The first kill goes the way of HLE. Zeka crushing the fight. It's HLE working their magic time and time and time again. TES cannot get away with the fight. Cream will survive for now, but we'll see if he can even get out. Peanut is hunting, and Cream is on the wrong side of the map. He's gonna try to make a run for it, but Peanut has the Vault Breaker, gets the shot.
Needs doesn't actually remain
back
there.
To live. 369 looking for a solo kill. Zeus has already flashed out, and is he gonna be able to finish him off? Doesn't look like he's gonna commit. Delight moving up here. Crisp is around as well, and will be pushing back. Trade of flashes between them.
Flash down. Playing that early skirmish is really hard, right? There's so much engaged, there's so much CC that is available. TES is going to pick up the full 6 grubs, it looks like. So that does mean...
And Peanut now out on the map here, incredibly strong. They are going to find him. Will they be able to burst him down? Delight in a lot of trouble, incredibly low. The Ignite is committed. Kanavi should be able to get him. The depth charge does follow. Wind becomes lightning, and Delight becomes dust. Zeka, though, is coming in. Nice hook there from Chris. But can they win this 2v2? They got to buy time for Cream. The Ash Arrow is going to connect, but it's Kanavi that's the target. He's trying to get out of there. Cream trying to get in here with the Proto Belt. We can see Jackie on the side, though. He's going to have to get out. Flashes the safety as Viper arrives. Peanut shut down by Kanavi. Cream is chasing Zeka, and it's Viper versus the world, but in comes Cream. It's never a fair fight for the AD carries. This time it's Cream that gets the advantage. Jackie survives. TES takes the fight.
Seats are here as a committal Hanwha Life.
Arrow going to be able to tag Chris. Zeka has an angle here, but Chris not the target that he wanted. The TV's going to come in as well, but this is Cream. They're going to try to turn on him. He flashes out to safety immediately. Zeus is the target. Kanavi trying to get in the back line, and it's Peanut that's flying in. It's a Varus that's in trouble, and it's a Varus that's down already. Cream trying to make an impact, but he can't do anything. Zeus living for so damn long. 369 though, chopping him up, but he doesn't have the damage. Viper will survive. Viper will knock down 369. Not before he gets another. It's a 5 for 3.
You're not going to be able to burst him down. And look at Viper. Cream and Crisp are just not.
This is a risky dive to go for. Pina is there, as is Zeus. And now the TP comes in. Are they going to spot it? But they are very far in there. Kanavi between two towers. Here comes the Akali. 369 trying to zone him out. The stun goes down onto Zeus. They're trying to burst him down, and they kill Zeus immediately. And now the hook lands onto Zeka, but in goes Peanut. Varus is in trouble again, and they get the kill onto Jackie. He is killed off by Zeka, and Zeka's going crazy. Viper is firing. You can't go for a dive like that against.
Kind of a punching bag. As will get spotted.
Go for him. Kanavi charging in. Zeus trying to get out to safety. Doesn't have the flash. It's going to be a couple seconds. He's trying to wait for it. Cream on the other side, though, is caught by Peanut. Peanut is unstoppable. You can say that again. And Zeus slides out to safety. Kanavi going to keep chasing. Can he connect with the wind becomes lightning? He can't do it. And it's Otacon on top. You kill Cream. You escape on the bot side. And it feels like this game is out of control. HLE are running the map again.
Yeah, I've seen that play before where everyone collapses onto one player and he just makes it out. Objective on the other end of the map gets taken, and the mid lane turret, it's something for TES, but the gold lead, as we pointed out, feeling a lot worse. The immediate impact of this Otacon is obviously not going to be quite as apparent. The flowers are strong, but it's particularly if you can get the buff.
They're
another collapse.
For this. There's no flash on Zeus, no ulti as well. Flash forward from Chris. They're going to lock him down. But can he just get over the wall to safety? We'll see. Kanavi looking. He's trying to go for the sidestep, trying to get safety. Kanavi just going to wrap around on him. Delight peeling. He sidesteps. He dodges. Zeus will not be stopped, but he gets hit by the hail of arrows, and the piercing arrow finally takes him down. TES throw everything, and they are rewarded with the kill. Now have Zeka and Peanut overstayed their welcome. They are spotted out here. Can TES get more? They absolutely need to. The arrow not going to connect. Zeka, though, could he get in the back line here? Jackie looking. They're trying to go in for Peanut. They are hitting him with the piercing out. Zeka in the middle of everyone. Zeka trying to get some work done. Buying time, and Delight and Viper have arrived. Peanut gets another. Zeka takes one, too. It's Jackie on the side, going to get knocked down. Punched into
the most fed members on Hanwha Life. All the gold is on them. And as the reinforcements arrive, TES have to watch their
Viper says, you force mine, I'll force yours right back. Jackie's in the area. Delight going to be looking, maybe gone too far forward. Viper is around as well. Can they punish him? Delight can be the first here to fall. Peanut and Zeka look like they want this fight. Zeus coming on the flank, and Jackie's in trouble once again. Jackie getting pressure back. He has to flash out. Kanavi on the other side fighting Viper, but it's Viper who stands, who fires, who kills him again. And it's Zeus and Zeka taking down Jackie. That's a triple for Zeka. Can he get the quadra? TES trying to hope for 369 to pull off a miracle, but they just can't do it. It's the ace, it's the base, it's the 2-0 lead, looking like it's coming for HLE.
And we go from a clean ace 3 games in a row to a 5-4-1. And that's not gonna be enough, as the Nexus might not fall.
I gotta give some credit to 369. He has been making it work in these fights, but it just hasn't been enough. And now Zeka and Peanut going in again, and Kanavi incredibly low. The corruption, Jade's gonna get sidestepped and into the backline again. Jackie is dead for another time this game. Crisp is sure to follow. Cream trying to get out of there. We'll see if he can do it. Chains back in, but just to die. 369 out alone, and he knows this game is over. Gonna stand and dance as he watches his hopes crumble away in this series.
Hanwha Life, again, the Nexus technically hasn't fallen yet. They went for Baron instead. They'll be picking up the Dragon next, but with those 2 inhibs, they're gonna go for the Dragon.
It's a 5,000 gold lead for Peanut, and they are just ready for this one to be over. Cream getting pushed back. Peanut just going for a 3-level lead in the jungle. He's level 16. And Jackie knows he's gonna be the target again. Has no flash this time. 7 deaths for him already, as they have just been laser focused on this Varus. HLE threatening, Hex Flash getting channeled here from Delight. Will he go forward? He's gonna go in there, diving the base again. Of course, Cream is gone, and the fight is over before it even begins. Zeka chasing after, knocks down Chris. Kanavi trying to stand, trying to fight. They're gonna dive the fountain and take him down. Jackie, there is no safe haven. Retreating into the well, they want him, and they're gonna get him. Insult to injury, HLE will not be denied. Zeka doesn't even fall to the fountain. It's 2-0, and it's HLE.
But just to pick it away as the crank, a consideration here, and it does get locked in.
It was an insta-lock of the blitz crank here from Delight. Man, I will say, Magic Resist, and it looks like it will just be that trade. You can see Zeus fighting with 369, does have a nice little XP advantage. And Zeka, every level you get is just going to feel better and better. It's so important getting experience on this champion. You know, getting towards 9, massive spike is the max rank Q, and then hitting 13 for that really to be the hero in this game. It's just kind of withstand the pressure that is being put on. Nice sidestep there from Viper. Dodges the Foss bomb, but the big one will connect. And now Peanut trying to get up here and potentially be involved. Can Delight find the angle for the hook? He's gonna find it, and in comes the Nature's Grasp. They're flashing forward. Peanut finds him, and he's getting locked down. Viper wants the kill, and he's gonna get it. The 4th shot for first blood. The ulti gonna get popped up as well. Kanavi is here now trying to get a kill back onto Delight. Is gonna be able to knock one down. Can they get the Bard out? They cannot do it. Players do get a little bit antsy.
Kanavi did pick up the kill.
Delight finds the hook, and there's the counter strike, but he's not in tower range critically. Chris will be okay, does get the stun on the wall. Peanut in the area, and the Jhin is coming down now. They're going to try to look for the dive here onto Zeus. Zeus counter strikes out, and he flashes away from the public execution. There's a flash to follow, though. Kanavi needs to actually block the shots, but he can't do it. Peanut gets a kill back as he locked down one. Jhin still has the bullet remaining. Kanavi tanks it right to the face. Jackie Love, though, doing what he can. Knocks down one kill. Chris surviving with almost no health. The light is incredibly low, but Viper's in the area, and I don't know if they have the health to go for the dive. They're going to try to go back in. There's the stun. There's the cleanse to answer. Viper trying to get away. The Valkyrie forward, and Jackie Love does not connect with the Cosmic Binding, and now they're slowed up, and here comes the Nature's Grasp. Kanavi going to block it, but there's the root onto multiple members. The Bard ulti going to buy some time here for Kanavi. Can they actually try to turn this around? Viper knocking him down. He's going to be dead already, and in comes Scream, but Zeka on the side is going to push them back. The Magical Journey going to have
giant root comes towards you. Even Kanavi, who is one of the members that I think is actually the best time when it comes to surviving that, given that he has his E, just has to sit there and suffer as he gets taken out. Gold now equalized again.
Out very, very well, but has never really been able to get that kind of knockout punch. He's chipping him down, he's poking him out, but 369 has not been able to get a kill, never really been able to extend that lead.
But to change that as Viper, 369, he's looking.
369 is looking. Public Execution is going to connect on Viper, and they turned off the tower. He's chasing it in. Viper cleanses, but can Viper survive? The silence isn't going to be enough. 369 can't get him. Peanut peels, and Jackie's under the tower. You don't want to be there. He's going to get knocked out. The Magical Journey coming through. Zeka trying to get around. It is 2 for 2. Jackie get caught in a bad spot. Kanavi trying to look for this fight here. Does try to time it out with the Empowered Q, but at the same time, it's Zeus in the bot lane, unanswered, collecting the rewards. He goes for the towers, while the rest of his team holds strong in mid.
Allowing Peanut to join, and again, this alone, the fact that Cream is able to pick up the kill there, I think is huge. Gets the shutdown of Viper, but while that was happening, there's a Jax just unanswered.
This series, I will say, looks pretty fun to play AD carry when you're on HLE, as whole squad always there to cover, always feeling like they're the ones on the front foot, starting these fights off. But TES looking for a trade up on top side. They still have the Herald in pocket. They're going to hold on, knock down the tier 1 without using it, and likely try to use that, you know, maybe Zeka spotted here. Kanavi going to just drive this one in. It is everyone coming mid to answer for this. You can see Zeus moving down. Tower chunk low, but not killed off just yet. Zeka looking for the chunk here. Jackie down to about half HP. Bartles into the backline. In comes Aurora, but Zeus is here as well. And TES feels like they've got to run. Public Execution is going to connect on no one as 369 was hooking to the tower, and Zeus is pushing forward. It's Viper that gets the first kill. Kanavi going back in. Zeus in trouble, flashing out to safety though. And in comes the Jhin ulti. Cream getting slowed down. Crisp in trouble. The rest of the team just has to run as HLE get caught out here. Cream is chasing with Kanavi. Will they commit to it? There's the flash forward from Kanavi. Throws down the stun. The counter strike going to be used. Zeus connects in onto Cream. Chris coming in as well. Peanut there trying to bail him out. Will Zeus be able to make it to safety? He uses the Magical Journey, but it's right back into Chris. The counter strike's back up.
Says Good luck,
Gonna
buddy.
get this as well. So 369 gonna be pretty happy about this run of play. Grabs a couple flowers. They're gonna start the Otacon as well. They really want to put the pressure on. They saw Zeka on the top side. He had no teleport.
Yep.
They're trying to punish the lack of a global.
He's
Can they
wobbling.
rush it down? We do see there's no teleport on Zeus as well. So it's a 3v5 for now. Can HLE buy the time? Peanut is trying to fish. They're taking some damage here from Otacon though. They're getting hit by the spins. As Jackie Love getting low. Bartolti thrown to the backline, but it doesn't actually connect. They do get the rune as Otacon, but can they get the reward after Zeka is here, Zeus is here, and that spells trouble. Viper opens up, and it's TES on the run. It's HLE taking the rewards. He follows through, but Zeus is in trouble. Viper trying to survive here, trying to get it back in. Kanavi gonna get knocked down. Cream on the run now with Jackie Love. Christmas here too, trying to get out. Soul Point, try to grab that third dragon. TES have eyes on it, but can they even find a way in? Delight is on the side. They're going to throw the Pantheon all down, but he's going to get hooked onto Kanavi. Great shield there, but Zeka's in the backline, putting pressure here onto Jackie Love. Zeka's incredibly low. Can Zeus get in there? The counter-strike's going to be hot from Zeus, and Zeus is trying to get down Jackie Love, but Jackie Love falcons to safety. Zeka is low. Cream's trying to knock him down, but he can't finish him off. In goes Jackie Love. He's going to get hit by the Deadly Flourish, and now comes the Jhin ulti. Cream tanking the shots up. Delight looking for the hook. Can't quite find it. The 4-shot important here. HLE, remember, they are on Soul Point. They grab this. That is going to be their soul, and Peanut's moving forward. They're going to try to target Peanut. Peanut could be in some trouble here. He's going to get stunned up, but in goes Zeka to the backline, and it's a 4-man Hemo Plague. Zeka chasing after Jackie Love. Jackie Love surviving for now, but he's incredibly low. On the other side, it's 369 looking for Viper, but it's Peanut trying to take down Jackie Love. Jackie Love surviving for now, but Zeus with the flash, the counter-strike, the kill on the backline. He's looking for Kanavi, and he's going to get him. 369 limps away. HLE get the soul. HLE get the fight.
Throw Zeka into them, and you can see TS instead the magical journey for the wall to just try and get out of at least that ultimate from the Jhin. At
Zeka
least get away.
Trash.
And then
It's going to make it so hard to win out in these extended fights. Oh, they're looking. Public Execution connects onto Zeka, but the pool is in time. Kanavi couldn't find the stun. Great sidestep as well on the Tempered Fate. And here comes Zeus. He's into the back line again. Looking for the counter-strike. Jackie trying to kite out. It's going to be Kanavi knocked down by Viper. The 4-shot still available here. Cream trying to make it happen here, but he's on the run. Zeka has the cooldowns back up, and Viper chasing. Great sidestep, though, on the Deadly Flourish. Is going to mean Cream gets out, but at the end of the day, it's still Kanavi going down. It's still the towers falling, and it's still HLE getting closer and closer to the series sweep.
the damage is still done, even though
To really make it happen. Pushing up here on that bottom side. Cream going for the chunk. Deadly Flourish going to be hopped away from by Cream. Does stay safe for now. It's up to the playmakers on TES to find a moment here. Can Chris find that key ultimate? Nature's Grasp. Gonna get popped here by Peanut, just buying some time. Kanavi gonna be hooked in. There's the Tempered Fate, buying a little bit more time, but Zeka's gonna go into the back line, pops the Hemo Plague, is tanking the tower. Pool's gonna be popped, 369 arrives. Can they get something back here? It's Zeus, of course it's him, the Thunder God himself, raining terror onto the back line, jumping forward again. He's gonna pop the stages. Can he get taken out here by Jackie Love? Needs the timing to be right, and it is, but it just doesn't matter. HLE will not be stopped. It's a quadra for Viper on Jhin. They're marching on the Nexus. They're looking to put the finishing touches on what was an incredible series. It's LCK #1 versus LPL #1. But at the end of the day, it is not even close. HLE will not be stopped, will not be slowed, will march towards the finals and an inevitable fight with K-Corp tomorrow.
as Delight flashes a Genji logo, him and Peanut had a wonderful year on. The Genji, they dispatched of them. And now TES dispatched by them as well. This third game, there is just an always impending sense of doom as TES. This was supposed to be the finals, but it wasn't meant to be.
It wasn't, not the tournament that TES wanted, not by a long shot. Gonna be heartbreak for them, but on the other side, Isaiah celebrating with the support of the crowd here. Definitely a remarkable player, but HLE just have that it factor. They have that special something to be able to always come out on top, you know, with a monster series, especially the first 2 games, complete jungle gap. And really across the board, the team really did shine. I feel like there's nothing that exemplifies how the team fights were going better than how safe this man looked in most of the fights. When you compare most of the series, how Jackie Love looked versus how Viper looked, it was always Viper on the front foot. It's always Jackie trying to cut away, trying to run for his life, but not quite able to do it. HLE just know how to navigate these team fights, create space for their carries, put pressure in just the right ways on the back line. And when a fight isn't going their way, it always felt like they can limp out with just a couple hit points left.
Just a little bit of health. You know, just enough. And Hanwha Life, there's a reason this team is so tough to take down. Even if you look at this series alone, it felt like everyone had some crazy performances. Zeus arguably the worst out of everyone.
369 looked good.
Which is, I think 369 looked good, but that second game from Peanut and from Zeka, right? The amount of damage that they were able to do there. Then even Viper in this final game didn't feel like it was about him. I think he ended 13-2.
The quietest 13 kills I think I've ever seen. I mean, they are just looking incredible, but let's send it back to the analysts for first stand cooldown.
Thank you so much, guys. We are back. Indeed, last cooldown before finals. And yet again, he fell for it. Ox, any comments?
They won domestically for the first time in 5 years. How are we not supposed to hope? First time in 5 years, and then they do it again. And it's a 3-0 again. They did this twice last year.
Send some help to this man, please.
I'm just glad.
Series, yeah.
I'm just so glad that he's here because I feel like everyone must just think I'm gaslighting them when I talk about top esports. You know, like they're just like, Emily, she's a little.
No,
so
that was
I'm glad
rough.
you're here to like at least support the idea that
I'm not
obviously.
sure. I'm glad I'm here.
I mean.
No, it was a bit sad. It was a bit sad tournament overall. There's been signs of life, so maybe something to improve. I'm going to cope here for you guys. Maybe some signs to improve for the next international so that you can fall for it yet again.
I'm sure they'll go back to the LPL.
Yeah.
They'll play better. We'll see them perform well. And then maybe they show up at MSI and bomb once more.
It has been a sad tournament for LPL. But on the other side, looking at the second finalist that we have, Hanwha Life Esports was described as one of the favorites of the tournament. And they have delivered, if I may say.
Yeah. It feels like, again, even in the series where we did see them drop a game, it feels like no one's really been able to truly like push them into looking truly vulnerable, I think is the way I'd put it, right? Like we've seen them experimenting a lot, which that's not a dirty word, guys, especially with Fearless Draft. I think it's really great. I think they've showcased not only the depth of their players' champion pools, but in most drafts, there's one specifically that I'm thinking about that is an exception to this, but in most drafts, they've also shown an ability to understand exactly how to pilot what they have, even if it seems like they have a kind of like a little bit off the wall pick. Vladimir or something, I know the casters called out as a pick that they obviously value really highly, and they will, seems like, flex depending on draft, which is really interesting and something to look out for tomorrow. And I just think not only are these players just very talented individually, but they work so well together and they really seem to understand how to pilot their champions.
The thing is, you know, HLE were a really strong team last year, right? They won summer split for the LCK, but I think the fact that it's now Fearless has amped it up even more. This team really demonstrates the ability and affinity for picking a range of champions. We've seen that Vladimir flex come out so beautifully, both soloing is confident on a pick we haven't seen in a long time show up that often. And I think they've just gone from strength to strength. And you got to remember that on their route to get here in the LCK Cup, they went to 5 games so many times and clutched it through. I feel like they're still not even being tested to their limit, right? They had to do that quite a few times in the LCK Cup. K-Corp really need to come in with the A game tomorrow and see if they can take them that far, because they are just looking like an absolute titan right now.
That is the scary part about HLE right now, is the fact that you look at those players, the fact that they click with each other so well, that they connect so well as a team, that they had so much time to practice, even on stage in official games together. Sky is the limit for this team. I don't even feel like we scrapped the surface of what HLE is capable of.
Yeah, and we knew they'd be a favorite coming into this tournament, but they are an overwhelming favorite now, right? Like this is, I just really love watching this team. Like I remember thinking about like, oh, who do I want that's like shown really strong creativity throughout their domestic performance. And for LCK, it was Hanwha initially, or D plus Kia, but then it was also HLE, right? So I think that was, it's just so fun to see them show up and perform super well in a way that's also showcases how much fun they're having playing together.
On the other side, sending two teams to finals means that we have to wave goodbye to two other teams. We've talked about TES. I'm not going to put you to the suffering of talking about them again. CFO, though, honorable mention from this roster. Again, no expectations from them coming at the tournament. It was their third, if I'm not mistaken, international appearance as an organization. A lot of new blood. Players that have been here for a while as well. Junjia, Dogo mentioned here. I'm really impressed. I really want to see them at internationals again, whether it's MSI, whether it's Worlds. That's an exciting team that I'm excited to. That's a lot of excitement, I know, but that I really want to